Do you think there's sort of an ideal size for a co-founding team? Like, does it matter? I know that YC sort of advocates the three. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I don't have thoughts over two versus three. I think YC does, I mean, what people sometimes people say you need three because you need a tiebreaker, but really just the CEO should be the tiebreaker. Like it should be just no questions asked. And so, because yeah, we want to minimize sort of like as much complexity around who's actually in charge as possible. Um, the in case of disagreement, I should say, because people could be in charge of different things in different ways. But the one thing I would say here is I'm actually more sympathetic to solo founders than someone like YC is, or others are. And I think the cool thing about being a solo founder that people don't appreciate is that you have so much more equity to give to employees and founding team members. You can give 5%, 10% to your CTO or the first few people that you bring on. And this is actually what Ryan Hoover did. He got Andreas, he got me, he got Lucas, a few other sort of people who'd been founders before, and it's because he was able to give bigger chunks of equity because he had it. So there's no ideal. I mean, at some point it gets, if you have like five co-founders, it gets unwieldy. If you have four, it gets, I don't know. You want somebody with enough skin in the game to really own it. I mean, four's fine, but I would probably rather have three or two. I will say that people use the term co-founder loosely, and I'm actually okay with that. Reid Hoffman has 7 co-founders at LinkedIn, but it's really just Reid. And I actually believe, am sympathetic to being generous with titles to get people, make them feel more like titles are free in some sense. You make them feel more like owners. There's more. It's a give relative to other gives, which actually cost you things. I think they're not free forever. They're free in the beginning. If they don't scale with the company, then they have undue authority, and that creates challenges as you grow. But you can let them go if they're not scaling, or re-architect their roles. But yeah, generosity with titles is something I believe in.